This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Canada. I am here with Principal Performance Coaching, where this Master Certified Professional Coach continues to find purpose by building capacity in others, working hard to make the world a better place while helping you be the best version of yourself. I'm joined here with Greg Hops. Greg, thanks so much for joining us here today.
Thanks for having me here, Gary.
I'm going to start off a little bit about yourself. We definitely have some education that you bring to the table. You are formally educated with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, a Bachelor of Education with a major in Business Education, and a Master of Business Administration. You have been a volunteer coach for community sports, an accomplished athlete yourself, as a health club owner and a platoon commander, as well as a school principal. I mean, obviously, man, you lead by example, which is fantastic. Share with me how performance coaching was a good fit for you right now at this stage of your life.
So, been a principal of schools for the last many years and loved it. Loved everything that I did as a principal of a school. Building capacity in others was an area of focus for me in the last couple of years as I knew I was going to wind down. Found tons of joy in that. Practicum teachers on placement at my school, first year teachers, working with them, co-creating a practice of lifelong learning and working with them and evaluation became my passion, my favorite part of my job. And so it seemed like a natural fit.
It was the next step for you. I mean, obviously education. I mean, be it as a principal of a school or as a professional coach, educating others that they can be all they hoped for really is the foundation of your life. Why would you say this type of education is needed more today maybe than ever before?
The world's getting more complex, for sure. With complexity comes more challenging decisions, more options to filter through.
I would have to agree with you. Very much more complex than when we grew up. I mean, you're looking at everything. There's moving pieces all the time, not only for our youth, but even for our young adults that are out there in the world.
Yeah, like even a career, when I was a kid, basically there was, be a teacher, be a police officer, firefighter, doctor, lawyer, nurse. That was about it. And now kids are growing up, entering a workplace where, if they're 16 years old, by the time they graduate high school, there's going to be jobs that don't even exist today.
I mean, it's kind of nice because they have a lot of options out there. Even adults, we have so many options now, but it can be kind of overwhelming. I mean, the heart of coaching is an in-depth understanding of the potential that coaching has to create lasting and powerful change in their clients. Is change usually necessary for growth, would you say?
It's really important, I find, that people have this foundation that is built over years and that they shouldn't necessarily just let go of that. But it's also important, I think, to have that open mind, to be willing to grow and to learn. And for me, I'm smart enough to know that I'm not that smart. And so that has really served me well. Two people walk into the room, any room I'm in by myself, and the capacity is greater than mine by myself. And so, when you have that growth mindset and you want to be a lifelong learner, then
we're ever evolving. And so obviously we're going to bring some great tools with us from the past, but we're also going to bring some things that we need to change. And I think that's where a coach comes in. Because of your nature, I would imagine your clients will probably become your friends. How important is building relationships, not only in your professional life, but in your personal life, been important for you?
Relationships are everything. And to me, as a coach, it's a little bit different than the friendship piece, but there's a lot of the things that remain the same. Confidentiality. Somebody tells me something, it's between us. And as a coach, most of what I'm trying to tease out is what's already within the person and asking the right questions, really listening. And that's something I really enjoy is, not thinking about what my next question might be, but rather just really being present, learning for myself, but primarily about that person, noticing things as they speak, and picking up on that, and really listening in that moment. It's a really hard transition, but it's amazing what results come from that.
I mean, I believe we have 99% of the answers within ourselves, but it takes unique individuals for them to pull that out of me. And I think that's where a coach really takes that part. You have coached over 40 seasons of sports, and you've competed in multiple areas yourself, even the Ironman in Canada. How does fitness kind of tie into the performance coaching program that you're going to provide for folks?
That's a good question. It's been a big part of my life, being healthy. And healthy is, not just going to the ice rink and playing a hockey game, but comes back to those relationships, having healthy relationships, taking care of myself so I can take care of other people, really sharing with others their own personal growth and so on. But yeah, that locker room, that navigating some of the nonsense that might happen in a locker room, standing up for what's right, being an example to others through through your behavior and your actions, as well as what you say, and following through on what you say.
It's crazy how the two kind of work together. We're talking sports, they have a coach, yet this game of life, we need a coach the same way so we can play the game. I mean, whether a teacher or as a principal, you understand the challenges of our educators in the system today. How do you hope to assist these leaders to continue to find purpose?
Well, you used the word overwhelming earlier, and with the complexity of life today, with the complexity of classrooms, with schools, with school districts, just navigating that alone can be quite a challenge, and it's overwhelming. And so part of the coaching is to tease out what's already there, as I said, and empower them and have them feel empowered so that they know they're making a difference, to find purpose in their work, navigate some of those really challenging obstacles that they face daily, and depending on the time of the year, things are happening in schools that didn't happen before.
I think one of the main reasons educators even get involved is because they want to make a difference. So they need to feed themselves and understand they're making a difference quite constantly, even more so than I think other people out there. As a leader yourself in many areas, as an owner of a fitness club, to a platoon commander, and over a quarter of a century as an educator, why was the name Principal Performance Coaching a good fit for your style of leadership consulting?
So, as an athlete growing up, you define yourself, a lot of kids define themselves by the sport they play. I know, my son, the first thing anybody ever asks him is, "Hey, how's hockey?" And I had to talk to him many times, "You're my son, not my hockey player." And, as a principal for many years, it kind of consumes the way you spend your time and how you define yourself. People say, "What do you do?" I'm a principal. I don't just immediately leap to, I make the difference in people's lives. So that's the one piece. But the second part of that name is the performance. And, performance means different things to different people. And everybody wants to perform and perform well. So, just combine the principle and the performance piece. I'm really excited about working with educators because that's how I defined myself. But I was also, had an interesting and just a great career. I found so much joy. I felt like I did have opportunities like no other, the people I worked with and for and alongside. I felt like I was performing.
Yep. I mean, I think it's a great name for you, obviously, based on your experience and everything. I mean, different coaches utilize different approaches. What would you say your approach is? Or is there a kind of a methodology that you think you're going to be using? What would you say?
Really interesting. It's hard to follow a formula, but the formula really is to, ask people what they want to focus on, find out why that's important to them, uh, tease out, what excites them about it, what some next steps want, what they're going to be. But it's really hard because I feel like I'm a motivator, and I want to help.
Honestly, your approach is one that it's a customized approach. You listen and you basically tailor what needs to be done based on what they're telling you. Life or performance coaching does not require certification. While it's not mandatory, why did you choose to be a master certified?
So I really appreciate that formula where that comes from. I believe in people. I think that they have the capacity inside themselves to be better people, that they want to be better people, and that they want to be improving and they want to perform well. So while I was looking through all of the opportunities and options around coaching, the International Coaching Federation and what they share really aligned well with what I believe and how I live, and so it seemed like a pretty easy fit.
I think it says a lot about your commitment as well as learning more to take that next step. I mean, be it in fitness, sports, or in life, a good coach holds you accountable and provides feedback. Is that crucial for progress and really minimally what you hope to provide for folks?
Absolutely. That holding them accountable where they say, yeah, it's funny, they'll say, you gave me this advice and I applied it. It's like, no, you gave yourself that advice and you took ownership. And when they have that ownership and they take steps, there's a lot of pride that goes in with that. Momentum comes from that. They encourage themselves to want to do more. That's kind of where that comes from.
Interesting. Greg, friends, fun, fitness, and family are really where you lean, making this world a better place. Do you think this is going to be pretty rewarding work for you?
I do. Yeah. All of those things, it is fun. And I like to have fun. I'm I'm out there playing all the time, and I think life should be fun. Yep. And a lot of that fun comes through the relationships with family and friends. And I'm a fitness guy, and so that's where my fourth F comes from.
Definitely know how to have fun, but you also have a competitive side that definitely has helped you in sports and in life. And I can see that you're helping your clients in the same way. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. On the website, you can learn more about his experiences and see what he offers for the public out there. If you're an educational leader aspiring to find purpose and improve your performance, reach out today for a free consultation. Once again, that is Principal Performance Coaching, helping you become the best version of yourself. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.